Executive. And welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the BCCMA Fight Nights. The night is ours.
World Championship, European Championship. And what I think for the future? I carry amateur in kickboxing. So, what is your next step? Next step?
Welcome to the K2 Centre in Crawley. Tonight we've been witnessing some fantastic martial arts, and we've been there as one of the winners this evening. So, sir, please, sir, first of all, congratulations. You must be highly delighted with your performance tonight.
Yes, I'm really happy. I won the belt. It's my first belt, so it's very special for me to become champion. I love it. I love it.
So how many years have you been taking part in the sport now?
I've been training since I was 18, and I'm now 24, so 6 years. 6 years I've been training in the martial arts.
So that's your first belt, and an impressive belt it is too. And yeah, so have you won many other trophies or certificates along the way?
I've won a lot of trophies, yes, but I never had the chance to fight for a title. But I hope there are more title fights coming now, so I can win a few more belts.
So tell me about what places that you've taken part in these events before. Which countries have you been to?
I'm from the Netherlands. I have most of my fights have been in the Netherlands, but also in Germany, Belgium, and now England. It's my second time in England fighting here.
So do you hope to at some point go to somewhere in Asia and to take part in some events there?
I would love to go to Asia, China, or the United States. I would love to go there, yeah. It's a dream of mine to go to the United States.
So tell me something about your fitness regime, the workouts that you have to endure, all your training. Tell me some more about it, please.
I train 4 times in the week. I train technique, kickboxing and Sanda technique. And I go running 2 or 3 times in the morning, and strength training 2 times in the week. So I train like 7, 8, 9 times in the week sometimes.
So all
for the fight. If I have a fight coming, I train a lot.
So will you have some rest now after tonight's event?
Yeah, I'll take a week off, and tonight I'm gonna drink some beer.
Why not? Indeed, you deserve it. So what about obviously you're going to have a few beers tonight. So what about your general diet? You know, you must be very strict with the foods and drinks that you take.
Yeah, I have to watch on my food. So I can't eat too much fast food. No fast food at all. I eat a lot of chicken, rice, and I had to cut some weight too tonight. It was 80 kilograms, and I had to cut like two more kilograms for the weigh-in. So I had to sweat a lot, but I made weight.
But you made the grade in the end, yeah. You must have had to sweat a lot, quite a lot, to trim that little bit off.
Warm bath, running, jogging. Last kilogram came off, so we made weight easily.
Okay, thank you very much for joining us tonight on BBRTV, and well, congratulations. At the moment is one of tonight's contestants. Tonight he was a runner-up, and tell me about tonight's fight, if I may ask you.
Tonight's fight, I just gained a lot of experience. My opponent was brilliant with his technical ability. Again, as I say, it was a learning experience for me, and I will steadily carry on moving up through the game. I will be back to fight another day, and I hope I entertained you all.
Most certainly, it was an excellent fight, and so at the end of the fight, you threw your gloves down. Was that kind of, you just felt that, you know, you was disappointed in your performance, so you just thought, that's it, it's over?
I was a little disappointed towards the end. I didn't get up the rounds that I wanted to. And I think my emotions got the better of me. That's something I'll be working on for the future.
So you just feel that maybe like you could, a little bit more discipline is needed. Okay, so how long have you been taking part in the sport? How did you get involved in it?
Well, it started off through security, and then I just came back into martial arts in 2013. I did some as a child growing up, karate, boxing, but I took a lot of years out, and I'm back in 2013. So, you know, again, as I say, it's going to be all progress. I'm on a journey, I'm on a mission, and I'm enjoying this life.
Good. So tell me, have you travelled to Europe or anywhere across the world to taking part in events?
No, I haven't. It's all been here with the BCCMA.
So is that something you're hoping to do eventually?
Yes, it is. I would like to progress and move on up.
So tell me about the disciplined workouts that you have to do.
Well, there's a lot of cardio work. I do Kung Fu is my main discipline, the Tiger Crane combination. Kickboxing, and then I do a lot of like body workouts as well. So I do train a lot, I put the work in, and you will continue to see me on the scene. You will do, promise.
I'm glad about that, yes, we'll hope to see you again. And so tell me more about your diet, for example. Well, you must obviously, the foods and drinks that you intake, you must be very strict with it all.
Yes, I am. Yes, food is the main thing. It's the main part of it all, really. Like, you can only train so much, but eating and sleeping, you know, it's like 80% of the week. So I do take that very serious, very, very serious.
So what types of foods can you eat or can't you eat, for example?
Well, look, list them all out for you now. Like, I'm well on with my greens. I love my vegetables, broccoli, cabbage, cucumbers, and, you know, the list goes on with all protein foods, protein source foods, nuts. I like to get energy from my oats and bananas, avocado, main meals, you know, like white meat, turkey, tuna, chicken, or if I need some lean meat, I'll go for some beef or maybe some lamb. So, yeah, no, I really enjoy my foods, and I don't really indulge in anything that's going to make me step backwards. Everything is to help me go forwards.
So you mentioned sleep a few moments ago. What time, obviously you have to get plenty of sleep, what time at night do you go to bed? And obviously you must be up very early?
Depending on training. Some training nights we finish late, so it might mean I'll be to bed about 12, 12:30. But if I can, on a good night, I'm in bed by 10, or I'm relaxed by 10, chilling. And when I do go to sleep, I do make sure it's a minimum of about 6 to 8 hours sleep. Enough recovery time. And anytime I'm training, I always think ahead. So if I train something today, it's not going to be the same tomorrow. It's always something different throughout the week. So we use 6 days of the week to train. Some days it's twice in the day that we train. Might be in the morning and in the evening. So that's the kind of regime that I'm on.
Okay, well, thank you very much for your time tonight, and congratulations for losing tonight, but you're obviously a determined man, so we're going to see you back again sometime. Okay, all the best then. Thank you for joining us here on BBRTV. Joining us here on BBRTV. That was a wonderful, spectacular performance. So you must be highly delighted.
Yes, of course. It was great. It was unbelievable. I'm very happy.
Did you expect to win by a knockout?
No, never. I thought we would play 7 rounds and yes.
So tell me about your workout regime. Okay, no problem. So tell me about your workout regime. Did you have to put a lot into it? How much work do you have to do?
I'm training every day, twice a day sometimes when it's needed. We do techniques, everything.
So obviously diet is a very important part of your workout. Tell me about your balanced diet, the things you have to eat or drink.
It's really difficult to have a balanced diet. Sometimes it's really harsh. Sorry. We take everything everything is needed for us, for our body. Carbonates, you know.
Lots of fruits?
Yes, of course. We have to be in our category.
So I must say that's a very impressive belt. Yeah. So tell me, how many trophies and belts have you won over the years?
I'm training 5 years, and first in Greece, second in the European Championship in Romania. I won the European belt the last time I came here. Now I played for this one.
Congratulations! It's a beautiful looking belt, and so what? So will you get some rest now? I mean, where will your next competition be?
I think in April. I might play for second time MMA, but it's not sure yet. But I'll try it again.
Okay, thank you. Can I speak to you, sir? Thank you very much. Could you? Could I ask you, how did you get into this sport, and how long have you been an official?
Okay, I've been training with Sanda. I started off as a fighter, actually training, and that was probably about 15 years ago. And then I got into coaching, and then I ended up going into the refereeing side of things at a national level. I pushed up to European level, and last year qualified international level for that refereeing.
Quite impressive. So it obviously, does it run in the blood, or does it run for your family, or how did you get into it yourself?
I needed a challenge, and I found martial arts. I used to be, my father's actually a squash coach. I played squash for many years, got injured, had a bit of time out, and I needed a new challenge, and decided then to take up martial arts. Found my master.
With me tonight is one of tonight's contestants. The lady was a runner-up in an event tonight. Commiserations to you. So you're a little bit upset?
No, not really. It happens. Better luck next time.
Okay, well, that's not too bad. So you're quite positive about it then. So you will live to fight another day.
Yes, exactly. I hope so. Maybe in June there's another event here. I understand. So maybe I'll fight then.
So yes, well, good luck. So apart from the UK and the Netherlands, have you taken part in any other events, any elsewhere?
Yes, I fought here on the last two events, last July and last December. And I won my fights then. I won European titles in 2 different weight classes. Today, unfortunately, I didn't, but maybe next time again.
Well, it wasn't your night tonight, but what about your workout, your fitness regime? Do you have to do a lot of training?
Yes, I work out almost every day, sometimes twice a day. I also work during the day, so it has to fit in my schedule. But yes, a lot of practice. Rest day on Sunday.
Well, it must take you must have such a busy schedule, having a full-time work job as well as doing the martial arts. So it must be very difficult for you. But you're obviously quite happy with it because you love your sports.
Yes, I am. I also have 2 kids, so work, kids, and working out, practice. So a very busy life, but I like it that way, and it works for me. So. Yes.
2 kids to look after as well. Wow. Okay, so what about your fitness, your work, the food that you have to intake? Your diet's obviously very important to you.
Yes, like 5 to 6 weeks before I fight, I start my protein diet. So a lot of proteins and not so lot carbs. So that's pretty much my diet. It's hard, but that's what I do to lose the weight and to stay healthy. Yes.
Right. So will you have like a week of rest now?
Yes, a week of rest, no practice, a lot of junk food, and then I start training in a week.
So you mentioned having some junk food tonight. So what, this week? So is that before? That's exactly what I was going to ask you. Are you going to have a few alcoholic beverages? So tonight you will have a few.
Yes, we will go out to a bar or a cafe with the team and maybe some other fighters who staying in the same hotel. So we will definitely have some beers. Yes.
Okay. Well, enjoy the rest of the evening. And thank you for joining us tonight. And once again, commiserations, and hope to see you fighting back soon another day.
Чувствам се много безопасно. Бихте ли коментирали, че от кой клуб идваш?
Аз съм от Alan Winner Academy in West London.
Как чувстваш матча? Какво те накара да победиш?
Че загубих последния път и трябваше да се върна на както съм сега.
Това ли ти беше мотивацията?
Да. Аз винаги искам да съм победител, така е, и съм загубил много пъти и ме се учим от тези матчове.
Здравей, би ли се представил ти също?
Станимир Петров се казвам. От Стара Загора съм в България. тренирам в спортен клуб Недо Ранчев, а тук на двубойците в Англия излизам от клуб Спартак с представител Георги Анадолов.
Ние вече бяхме на един от мачовете с пак Георги Анадолов, беше в връзка с това. Ще ни кажеш ли какво смяташ, ще не ти достигна да победиш в този двубой?
Не мога още да кажа, но определено противника ми стоеше по-добре, раздвижваше, реално той движеше двубоя. Не знам, около 2 минути и половина сигурно играхме. Имаше някакво напрежение в мене, че първо ще го видим за какво точно става въпрос. Надявам се да продължим напред. Пожелавам му на Крисиян здраве и боен дух да тренира и някога може отново да се срещнем. Все пак българската поговорка трябва да знае, мечка 3 пъти се бори. Нали?
Ще се зарадвате ли пак да има двубой между вас?
Естествено, както и да е.
Пожелавам ви на двамата много успехи. Много ви благодариме за това участие. Насладихме се на вашия двубой. Благодарим ви. Финални думи за нашите зрители всъщност. Нещо вдъхновяващо.
Ами, радвам се, че има хора като Георги, които ни помагат да показваме нашите умения тук на бойните подиуми в Англия. И надявам се да не съм го разочаровал тази вечер. Ще продължа напред.
Искам да кажеш сега, разочарован ли си?
Не, изобщо не съм разочарован. Определено трябва да призная, Крисиян стоеше много по-добре от предишните пъти, когато съм го гледал. Така че няма защо да се разочаровам. Бих се разочарован, ако Крисиян стоеше много зле и победи Станимир. Това щеше за мен наистина да е разочарование. В случая просто и двамата излязоха победят. И двамата са видя, че са подготвени. В случая единия беше по-подготвен, но това е спорта. Единия трябва да победи. Не може и двамата да победят. Ако и двамата побеждаха, нямаше да има изобщо тръпка в този спорт.
А като цяло как мислиш, че се развива вечерта?
Определено вечерта беше много добре. По никакъв начин отново да отговоря, аз не мога да кажа, че съм разочарован. Има победители, има победени, което е по-важното, че всичките стоим после заедно и се радваме на това, което сме постигнали и сме показали. Тази вечер няма да е последна, така че ни продължаваме. Това не значи, че Станимир трябва да се отказва или отчаива. В никакъв случай пък Крисиян да се възгордя. Просто и двамата трябва да продължат да тренират и това се отнася абсолютно за всички.
Благодаря ви много, че има хора като вас. Благодаря ви много, че бяхте част от моето предаване. Творецът в мен. Това са нашите бойци. Клуб Spartacus и колеги.
So tell me a little bit more about your sport. How did you get into it?
Well, I got into shouting kickboxing at the age of 13. Oh, actually, around that age anyway, roughly. And I just did it to get off the street. So I grew up in West London. And I was quite a troublemaker as a young kid. So I started doing martial arts. My mum put me into lessons with Alan, my trainer, who's somewhere in here. And I've been training with him ever since. And started competing at 18 years old. And just been fighting since and getting better every time.
Excellent. Well, you're obviously a very disciplined man then, you know. Obviously, the days of trouble have gone for you. Yeah. So tell me more about the fitness regime you have to put yourself through.
Well, I basically train 6 times a week, and most days I'll train twice, morning and evenings, depending on my schedule. But I just like to mix it up, do lots of stamina work, just in case these fights do last 5 rounds. But as at the start of my career, I was knocking a lot of people out early, and just like tonight. But when I fought Stanimir last time, it lasted the 5 rounds, which I was really exhausted in. So I just make sure my stamina is on point, so I can go all the way.
So obviously, diet is obviously an important part of your regime. Tell me about the foods and the drinks that you have to intake.
Well, I can't wait to have a chocolate brownie. Let's just say that. But yeah, my diet is very strict. I literally, I'm just natural, 100%. I don't take all these like protein shakes and things that people think athletes need to use. I just eat very healthy, loads of veggies, loads of chicken, and loads of natural things like wheatgrass and kale and all this stuff. And yeah, I just eat 6 times a day as well to keep my energy level straight.
Well, I must say that's an impressive looking belt you've got there. You must be highly delighted with it. And tell me about any other trophies or belts that you've won in your time.
Yeah, I've won a couple at this event already, but I think this is the most well-earned one because I lost to this guy because of the 5-round bout. So I'm really happy to come and reclaim my confidence back. But I've also competed for Britain in the European Championships, which I did all right. I lost my first fight, but it was due to the push-out rule on the platform. But I've been working on my game now, and I'll be competing in the World Championships at the end of this year for Great Britain, which will be in Indonesia. So yeah.
So which other parts of the world have you travelled to?
I've been to many places, Bulgaria, where I'm born, and yeah, been to loads of places in Europe. But I'll also be going to China in July to train with the Shaolin monks and their Sanda team out there. So I like to travel, basically.
Okay, that's great. Well, I must say, you know, considering you were born and bred in Bulgaria, there's not a trace of a Bulgarian accent when you speak English. You know, it's you wouldn't think so at all that you were Bulgarian. But anyway, well, thank you very much for joining us on BBRTV.